Hey y'all, what's going on YouTube channel? Go hard to go home. It's Todd down here again. All right, y'all. Hey, look, we got Todd Grande again here today. Okay, he's gonna talk about Mr. Andrew Tate, and I haven't watched this video yet. I just saw that it was about the recent arrest of him and things like that. So I said I was gonna check this one out just with y'all and don't really watch it myself. So before we get into seeing what Mr. Grande's got to say, I want to say a few things about him. He's a licensed physician or some type of mental health person. I really looked up this guy to the point of seeing that he has his LinkedIn page and all that stuff right there. So he's legit, and he's probably gonna talk some mental shit about these guys because that's the way I feel about him myself. Before I play the video, y'all please hit that subscribe button for me, okay? I want to get me 1,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And then that way I can keep teaching and stuff like that and keep talking. I feel like people are really listening. I'm getting a lot now. I'm getting like a subscriber to sometimes every few hours. So I'm really appreciative of that. And I hope to get a lot more. But y'all look at this stuff right here. Next thing too, all I want is the subscribers. Don't send me no money. I don't want no cash apps. I don't want you to get on no Patreon. I don't want you to spend no money. This information needs to be free. This information needs to not be something that people gotta, be trying to jump through hoops and red tape to get. That's the problem now with a lot of this type of information. You gotta go through red hoops to get it, red tape to get it, and people don't want to do that. So we're gonna get this guy started, and we're gonna see what he's saying about Mr. Tate and his arrest in Romania. And see if there's a few surprises in there. This guy usually drops a lot of good stuff.
Oh, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I offer an update on the case of Andrew Tate? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anyone in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background of Andrew Tate, then move to my analysis. Emory Andrew Tate III was born in Washington, D.C. on December 14, 1986. He went by the name Andrew. His father was a chess master, and his mother was a catering assistant. Andrew has a brother named Tristan. The family moved to Illinois and then to Indiana. Andrew's parents divorced. He and his brother Tristan moved with their mother to Luton, England. This was his mother's hometown. Andrew's father taught him chess. Andrew started competing against adults in chess tournaments when he was only 5 years old. His father continued to stay connected to Andrew through the game of chess when Andrew was in England.
Want a lawn that looks like this, but your lawn looks a little bit more like this? Then you should click right here and check out True.
In 1993, Andrew's father told a newspaper in Indiana that he was in a position to turn Andrew into the next Bobby Fischer, but chess players didn't really make enough money for that. He wanted Andrew to pursue other interests. Andrew may have been a good chess player, but I'd be very surprised if he could have ever approached the performance level of Bobby Fischer. Many proud parents of chess players make that assertion about their children. They can be the next Bobby Fischer. This is like a parent seeing their son wearing a green jacket and saying they can be the next George Patton, or hearing their daughter read a speech in an unintelligible manner and saying she can be the next Kamala Harris. Andrew ultimately gave up chess. He became interested in boxing instead. He enjoyed success as a light heavyweight fighter before briefly getting involved in mixed martial arts. He then retired from combat sports. In 2016, Andrew was featured on the 17th season of Big Brother in the United Kingdom. He was captured on camera hitting a woman with a belt, which resulted in him being kicked off of the show just 2 weeks in. Andrew and the woman in the video would later say that their actions were part of consensual sex. This incident made Andrew popular with a number of people, including those who identify as involuntary celibates, or incels. Andrew had produced a litany of controversial posts on social media, some of which involved racial and homophobic slurs. He also made a number of misogynistic comments.
Whoa, now I didn't know that. But you learn something new every day. And the thing is, though, when you deal with this manosphere jump, that's the type of people you're going to deal with, extremists. But the dude do say some good things. I've got some videos about Andrew Tate where he was actually talking with sense. Just probably not going to happen all the time. Think of him like a Trump.
His new fan base found these posts during the Big Brother incident and made Andrew some type of anti-hero. Andrew appeared to embrace his newfound infamy and continued engaging in controversial behavior. Andrew claimed that depression was not real. He continued to make offensive statements about women. Many of the statements aligned with the incel ideology. He told stories that involved him physically harming women, like accidentally breaking a woman's jaw. And he started associating with well-known conspiracy theorists, including Alex Jones. It appears as though Andrew was eager to cash in on his new notoriety. He established a business he referred to as Hustlers University, where he sold an online marketing program claiming that he could help people achieve high-income skill development. The program cost $49.99 a month. It was shut down in 2021 after being compared to a pyramid scheme. Andrew also had a webcam model business that he ran with his brother Tristan. He claimed to have earned millions of dollars running this business, which he referred to as a total scam. So we see that Andrew appears to have some insight. He recognized that his business dealings were unethical. Andrew had incredible, albeit short-lived, success on social media. He racked up billions of views before many of these social media platforms banned him for bad behavior, like promoting misinformation and hate speech. Through his online marketing program, he encouraged his followers to repost his content. This was a major contributor to his social media popularity. In 2017, Andrew moved to Romania. At this time, he was under investigation for various offenses related to sex. He stated that 40% of the reason he moved was because he thought that the authorities in Romania would be less likely to investigate those cases. On April 11, 2022, the police raided Andrew Tate's mansion in Romania, as well as another property under his control. They found 2 women who claimed that they had been held against their will. This led to Andrew being investigated for human trafficking and other offenses. Andrew did not let his legal problems slow down his offensive statements and questionable business operations. By July of 2022, Andrew Tate was searched more times on the internet than the terms COVID-19 or Donald Trump.
Whoa. 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 That's pretty big right there. So he's coming at you with some facts. He's coming with your facts about the guy. And let's see what he's going to come wind up thinking.
After Elon Musk purchased Twitter, Andrew Tate saw his ban lifted. This set up an online confrontation in December of 2022 between Andrew and a young climate activist named Greta Thunberg. She had a reputation for massively oversimplifying complex issues. Andrew posted a tweet talking about how he had 33 cars, many of which had large gasoline engines, so they put out a lot of emissions. He asked Greta to supply her email address so he could send her a list of his vehicles. Greta responded with a tweet containing a fictitious email address, which implied that Andrew suffered from an undersized genital situation. Andrew should have anticipated a crude response using the same skills that allowed him to anticipate chess moves, but apparently he was taken off guard.
Yeah, he should have known that something crazy like that was going to come back from environmentalists. But she hit him with the little dick energy. That's what she did. Yeah. It was a nice way of saying it, but that's what the guy said.
Instead of replying in a clever fashion, he replied with a bizarre video talking about how Greta had been programmed by the Matrix. The next day, December 29, 2022, 5 properties under Andrew's control were raided by the authorities in Romania. Andrew, his brother Tristan, and 2 other people were arrested. Romanian authorities said that the suspects were involved with human trafficking. A rumor started suggesting that a pizza box featured in one of Andrew's tweets gave away his location. This was during his discussion with Grande, but the authorities deny that claim. The pizza box was not responsible for Andrew's downfall.
So they were already looking for him anyway. That's pretty much what it was. They was already looking for him anyway. So a lot of guys don't want to admit to that one, but that's really what it is. When we get to the end of this, because this guy, he's talking real good, I try to let him go as much as he can. But yeah, I see how that's going now. And see, this is the thing. He's right. These guys, they're smarter than this. They should know that the things they're doing are going to cause certain other stuff, but they don't see the end result of it.
At the time making this video, Andrew is being detained in Romania. Now moving to my analysis. Here are my thoughts on a few areas that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1, Andrew has a relatively large group of loyal followers who use social media to promote him, harass his detractors, and spread misinformation. The vast majority of his followers are young men. These men fall into several groups, including conspiracy theorists and incels. Within hours of Andrew's arrest, his followers flooded both Twitter and TikTok. They falsely claimed that Andrew had been set free and promoted a conspiracy theory suggesting that he had been framed. Andrew has been able to utilize his followers very effectively to gain attention on social media. They helped him to achieve notoriety, and now they continue to serve him. Which brings me to item number 2. It's curious to compare Andrew's beliefs with his followers' behavior. Andrew promotes the idea of being physically dominant, wealthy, tough, and finding an easy road to success that does not involve healthy social interaction. Yet many of his followers are submissive, financially challenged, cowardly, and they work very hard posting nonsense to support Andrew.
Exactly. Women. They act like women. That's what I've been saying about that manosphere junk the whole time, and he's kind of the poster boy for it. So, I had the same idea. As a matter of fact, all the pickup artists and like Coach Greg Adams guys that pay to play, I feel the same way about them. They advocate for such a certain type of thing, but the guy they're talking to ain't none of that. And there's never going to be none of that.
They're not really living up to any of his messages.
No.
Rather, they are simply handing him money and following his orders.
That's what's going on with everybody else, too. That's what's going on with the Lucario guys and with the Coach Greg Adams guys and everybody else that falls, the Fresh and Fit guys. Those guys are handing those guys money, but they don't live up to none of the stuff. They can't be it. And this guy's saying it. So I'm not saying the wrong thing. There's a bunch of other people saying this too. I did another video with that Rich Cooper guy. He started saying it. I got one with Alvin Preach, Red Pill Rage of Reasoning. Go check that one out.
Those who are non-assertive, while using non-assertive people to do his bidding. Andrew has been able to organize people who are socially awkward into his own private social media army. Yep. Item number 3. Andrew has a particular appeal to conspiracy theorists, mostly those on the far right. Many of these people view Donald Trump as someone who would expose all of the evil conspirators. They believe that Donald would put various Democrats in prison for a number of alleged offenses. This is part of the QAnon conspiracy theory. They also supported the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, which is closely related. Now it appears as though Andrew has taken Donald Trump's place. His followers look to Andrew to wipe out liberal ideology and restore men to a place of power, glory, and dominance. Item number 4. Andrew has found a way to connect with people who feel disenfranchised, people who believe that they have been cut off by society or forgotten by society. Many of these people blame women for their problems.
That is the manosphere. He just described the manosphere, how I see it. Disenfranchised people who feel like they've been cut off by the rest of society, who they actually left and walked away from society. Nobody cut them off. They could have followed the rules and been like everybody else, but they don't want to do it. They want to do it their own kind of way. Let's roll on.
For example, they might blame feminism for the sense that they have lost power as men.
Prime is more expensive than ever, but I just discovered a money-saving alternative. Are you still using Prime?
Others may have specific women in mind, like those who romantically rejected them at some point during their lives. These women have come to represent all women in their minds. In this way, as I mentioned, Andrew has appealed to both conspiracy theorists and incels. Some of his followers are in both categories at the same time. I don't think that Andrew created this mindset. Rather, he revealed and manipulated those who already had it. He has exposed their deepest desires and the strength of their resolve. Andrew became a physical manifestation for their fantasies. They simultaneously want to be like him and recognize that they can never be like him. These people live vicariously through Andrew's adventures, controversies, and assertions. They view him as an anti-hero who will change the world to their way of thinking.
These people are sad. He is absolutely telling it like it is, and those people are doggone sad. But let's roll.
Andrew normalizes their antisocial beliefs. He activates their narcissistic characteristics like grandiosity, envy, and their sense of entitlement. He's telling them that their worst characteristics are more than just acceptable. They are redeeming and critical to save the world from liberal ideology. This is in line with the idea of being lazy. Andrew's message essentially indicates that his followers don't have to change. They can simply embrace maladaptive beliefs, and things will work out. Andrew is offering them an easy way out, or at least that's what he wants them to believe. Item number 5. Does Andrew really believe what he's saying, or is this all simply a strategy to obtain wealth?
This is what I really think it is. It's the same way I see Lucario. It's the same way I see Coach Greg Adams and all the rest of these guys on YouTube spitting his game and pay to play and all that stuff. I don't think they believe in what they say. I just think they know that people pay for it. So at the end of the day, the guys that are watching it are going to lose. They're going to lose. They're never going to get what they want. They're never going to be the person that they're trying to be. And they got somebody just guiding them along. They're going to waste their whole lives doing that. It's funny. Let them keep going.
And notoriety. I think that the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Andrew appears to be narcissistic, and he promotes several offensive beliefs, but he exaggerates his maladaptive characteristics in order to accomplish his goals. He really doesn't seem to have some cohesive strategy to promote social change. In this way, he's kind of like Alex Jones. He just repeatedly makes bizarre statements, but doesn't really engage in any advocacy for change. Neither of these men seem to have a plan. Just like Alex Jones, most of Andrew's efforts have been focused on taking money from his followers. Here, Andrew does appear to have a cohesive strategy, namely, take advantage of people gullible and vulnerable enough to exalt him as a revolutionary leader by convincing them to send him money.
Hey, that's where I see it. That's the way I see it. But the thing is, though, see, people think that I'm talking bad about Lucario or bad about Andrew Tate or bad about Coach Greg Adams. Hell no. They're shrewd businessmen. They getting their money. What I'm doing is laughing at the people that's watching it because they paying for something that they ain't never going to get. That's really what I'm doing on this channel. And I'm telling people on this channel that, hey, look, you might not want to engage in this kind of stuff because you're not going to get what you want. And you're just going to be funneling money to somebody who's going to go and live their life and be happy and have way more than you. If you want to do that, now it's your business. But I just think that it's funny. And on this channel, we're going to laugh at it.
This brings me to my final item, number 6. Andrew Tate has formed a persona which may or may not reflect his actual personality. It has ranked him as the king of toxic masculinity. Andrew has tried to prove that he is the ultimate alpha male, which is a construct that may not actually even exist. In order for there to be an alpha male, it would need to be beta males. I think that Andrew is trying to offer a proof of concept by recruiting those who he would consider beta males. His followers fall into one of the categories that he denigrates. The more he insults them, the more they are attracted to him. Through his maladaptive behavior and offensive beliefs, Andrew has created a number of victims, but his own followers represent his ultimate victim group. He has exploited them for money and for free labor. In addition, he's reinforced their destructive belief system. Andrew's followers have been intent to learn from him. Perhaps his arrest can offer them an appropriate lesson. Andrew has taught them where his brand of destructive behavior leads, not to riches, fame, and glory, rather to the inside of a jail cell where there is only pain, boredom, and rumination on a life of inferior choices. That's my update on the case of Andrew Tate. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.
Okie dokie. Uh-oh, let me hit that. I hit this pause button because it's going to get... There we go. So, hey, you can't argue what the man was just saying. You really can't. So, I agree with him. I agree with him on a lot of that stuff right there. Well, pretty much all of it. I don't think that Andrew Tate's a bad person. He's just somebody who found a way of getting money off of losers. The same way as Coke Eric Adams. The same way as Lucario. The same way as all those game guys. The same way as Fresh and Fit. They just found a way of getting money off of people, like this guy just said, who are losers. He didn't say it that way, but I will. But the thing of it is I want to kind of point this out to the guys that are really in, because I'm going to keep doing it, into this manosphere jump. I hope that you can start to see that the outside world thinks that you're nuts. And this is why you have to have a manosphere. Because you got to go over there to talk about that jump, because the rest of the world who has sense doesn't get down what you're saying. Y'all just saw what this guy was just saying. Y'all heard him. He said he articulated everything because, you know, me, I'm ghetto and ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I'd be on that cussing to tell you what it is. But he said everything I would say, he just said it in a really nice way. Which is why I choose to use some of his videos, because I think they get the point across a little bit better sometimes. Because sometimes people get mad at me because when I'm saying something, I might insult you. They still insult the people in this video. It just was in a nice way. He said everything I just said. If you watching this junk, all that junk like that, you probably some kind of weak-minded loser. And if you giving them your money, you probably some kind of weak-minded loser. And you can't blame the people that's doing it because they get their money off of it. So it's like, really, who's a loser here? It's like he said, the people that's paying. But y'all might not think that I'm right. Y'all might think I'm wrong. Y'all might got some other ideas about this video. So drop the comments and let me know and hit that subscribe button for me, because I want to get subscribers as much as I can. That's what's keeping me motivated. Don't send me no money. I don't want no donations. I don't do no Patreon. I'm not doing none of that. This information needs to be free, and it's going to stay free as long as I'm doing it. But the deal of it is I need those subscribers so that I can see that people are paying attention. Thank you very much for that. Y'all take it easy. Been Todd, down. Go hard to go home. Y'all drop the comments and let me know what y'all think. I'm out of here on this one. Y'all take it easy.